Good morning. It's Yvonne here to do your reading for the weekend. Okay, let's get into it nice and quickly this morning. Firstly, thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you're new on board, welcome. I might pull my chair in a little bit, too far to reach the table. If you're interested in anything to do with readings, life coaching, most of the stuff is in the box below, but if you can't find what you're looking for, you can join me on Facebook where I keep something pinned to the top of my page with everything that's going on. I'll leave you with that. We're going to use the Karmic Tarot for the What's Cracking reading this morning. It's nice pulling decks out of the cupboard when you haven't used them for a while because you realise how beautiful they are. I pulled another deck out today that I felt like I needed to play with for a little while. So, all right, let's see what's cracking. All right, so we have the Page of Swords coming out. All right, so the Page of Swords is a messenger. This is somebody who has something to say. The only thing I always think of in this particular deck is he's actually holding very, very tightly to his sword, which means that somebody might have something to say, but they may not be quite ready to say it yet. They may be contemplating whether to send a message through. This could be a person who's actually watching over you, looking at you, or trying to find where you're up to. Now, this doesn't always mean romantically. This is how people check you out if they want you for a job, you know, that whole headhunting thing. But whoever this is has this energy of wanting to say something, but it's just holding back. So if it's someone looking at you for a business, somebody may be looking at you to see whether they can use your services, they're not quite ready to go. If this is someone who has been watching you because they're interested in you in a romantic way, I would say you're going to hear from them probably within the next 7 days. This is very, very close here with that hand on the sword. All right, so somebody has been thinking about the future. You know, trying to understand what do they want in their future, where do they want to go. Again, if this is business, it could be somebody propositioning their business for the future. If this is you, then I see you standing, waiting for some sort of message to come in, being extremely patient, contemplative, just waiting. All right, so for many of you, this is about waiting on someone to make a choice here with the Lovers card. The Lovers card can represent the sign of Gemini. So you could be dealing with a Gemini. But the Lovers card talks about two people being divinely brought together. But the original meaning of the card was a choice in love. So I feel like here, especially with these two here, that someone may be holding back on communication because they're still in the process of making some sort of choice. They are looking towards the future and they do want to have a future here. So it's quite evident that they're thinking about what do they want to bring in. And somebody is thinking about love, but some sort of choice needs to be made. I mean, this choice could be around whether to move forward, whether you're going to be receptive, whether this is going to work. I feel like while you're holding back on communication like this, you're probably thinking of all the different scenarios, like what could go right, what could go wrong. I feel like here, though, with the Ten of Cups here, which is absolutely beautiful, and we do have the Star card behind that, so I'm going to read them both together. I feel it has that really sort of like a fairy tale thing to it. I really feel that whoever is contemplating coming forward here sees some sort of future with you, but something that is really very, very beautiful that they believe somehow will make their life more enriched. I feel like this person is really now trusting in the universe here. They're trusting their feelings, they're trusting their intuition, they're really going with the flow here. So somebody's sort of got into this energy of realization of some sort of, maybe they've been through some healing. With the Star card, you could be dealing with an Aquarius here. But there may have been some sort of healing happening here. And maybe this person's, I don't want to say awoken because I feel like they're still in contemplation mode. But I do feel Oh, excuse me. I do feel this sense of really getting into an energy of, I want to say an energy of flow, and I feel like that's what they're showing here. This energy of now going with the flow rather than fighting against it. You may have been dealing with someone here, if you know this person. If you don't, then this is what they're doing. This person, I feel, has perhaps fought the flow. Perhaps they fought against the universe, because I feel, especially here with the Lovers card, that there's some sort of realization that something greater is happening here that perhaps they didn't understand before. So if they've been through some sort of healing or some sort of changes in themselves through this energy, they're starting to understand how not to fight back anymore, but just go with it. I want to have a look behind that. Oh, okay, that's why. Okay. The Magician's coming out a little bit lately. So the Magician is a card that talks about manifestation. So it's possible you don't know who this person is, but they're manifesting you. They might know you through other ways, means or forms. Sometimes it can mean they're just manifesting new love. But someone is manifesting here. That's why the Magician's there. Maybe somebody's realizing they can manifest now. All right, let's keep going. Oh, I'm loving this, Leo. The Strength card for me is a very beautiful card. It is about taming our inner demons, taming those things about ourselves that we don't feel so comfortable with. If you're on a personal journey where you've been dealing with, stuff for many years, you may have some things about yourself that you do not feel comfortable with, but possibly because somebody's told you at some stage or another that they're not good things or they're not right or whatever. Because I feel like a lot of stuff gets shoved in your shadow side because you're ashamed or you feel guilty or somehow or another feel small. Okay, we're talking small. So the Lion is very, just excuse me a moment. The Lion is very, very strong, very powerful. And we all have this, energy within us to be strong, powerful creatures. But sometimes through what's happened in our life, we tend to keep ourselves very, very small. We don't want to show ourselves to the world because there's something that we're ashamed of that we feel if we show to people that it's going to bring us more shame. And when you're working with your shadow side, what you find out is actually those things aren't really that bad. The things that you thought perhaps were not good about yourself are actually really great, but you've just been seeing them from the wrong perspective. You may choose not to be those things for whatever reason, but it's about integrating them back into your whole, so you're not hiding away certain parts of yourself. This is like removing that mask. Now, I have to say, with a lot of people, you don't even know you're wearing a mask. A lot of us don't even know that that is the case until we start to really understand our own truth, get into our own energy and understand who we are at the core. And that is about this Lion here. This is about the Lion heart, bringing that forth, being okay with every part of you, not hiding anything away from the world. All right. There's a lot going on in this reading, I might add. The Two of Cups is a card of two people who are meeting eye to eye, two people who have a great understanding of each other. There's a soulmate tie here. This means that whoever you're meeting here or working with or being around, whether they're a friend, a family member, somebody just around you, or a romantic interest, this is a person that you see. Sorry, my hay fever's a little out of control this morning. I'm not sure. I don't know why I'm saying sorry for. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm fine. I just have a runny nose, which isn't the most sort of visually appealing thing, but anyway, we'll get there. All right, so we have the Two of Cups. Somebody here is a soulmate. Somebody here aligns themselves beautifully with you. They probably have a lot of views the same as you. They probably understand you because they feel very similar themselves. This is a person who can look at you and really understand where you're coming from. But you can also see it with the other person. So you have this beautiful way of connecting with this person. That is why they can be anybody when they're a soulmate. You don't necessarily have to have a soulmate that's a romantic interest. You can have soulmates who come into your life who don't particularly maybe want to stay around for the long haul, but there's something about them that they're teaching you. So this person is a soulmate that's coming in, but because I have the Lovers card too, I really feel there's a very deep connection here. Look at this, the High Priestess. The High Priestess talks about our intuition. She also talks about things that are not yet known, things that I cannot give you the answer to, things that Spirit does not want you to see at this point in time because there's a process you need to go through. And I think I've learned that in many years as a reader, there are some times when you just can't get answers. No matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you work at it, and Spirit will not give you the answers. And you think, well, these are the times when you need to go through the process or you need to go through the lessons. So if you're on a journey here and you're starting to understand how to take from occurrences or events, how to take your lessons away and work with them, the High Priestess is telling you in this particular instance, with this person coming in, there are things yet unknown. All right, didn't put the camera down. Then you wouldn't be able to see my runny nose, right? So I can give it a good blow. Hay fever. April's a really bad month for my hay fever. It goes a bit silly in April. All right. We then have the Devil card. This is really interesting because I have 3 major arcanas here with the 2 of Cups. So there's somebody here who is about to step into a really, really crucial relationship with somebody. This is a relationship that's going to teach someone here really huge lessons. Now, that doesn't mean that this relationship is a bad or a good relationship. It means that this relationship is here to help you to grow and move forward. It may be a relationship that you're being sent because you're being asked to perhaps work around issues of codependency. It might be helping you to see your ego. It might be helping you to drop your mask. It might be helping you to stand true in your own form and trust that the universe is taking you on a journey here. But this relationship could also be very, very good. So I feel like somehow or another here, the universe is sort of sending you some sort of test, some sort of lesson to learn here in how to see what's right and what's not right for you in a relationship. I'm interested to see what's coming through. 10 of Pentacles here. Here we go, Knight of Wands. You may be dealing with someone who isn't here for the long haul. Queen of Swords, but maybe they are. Maybe you're going to tame a player here. Okay, that sounded a bit ominous, didn't it? Sorry. Apologizing again. See, there's my shadow. Always doing that when I don't need to. Habit. Okay. You are being given an opportunity here to learn from a lesson. Look at this. So the universe is putting something in your hands here for you to understand how to take your power back. And you could be dealing with someone here who may be difficult to deal with. But you are learning how to take the power back into your own hands here. If you've always felt like codependency or dependency on people and you've not learned to stand in your own power, I feel like here something is being given to you to understand your own power. This may not be a bad thing. Just because it's the Devil card, you could be dealing with a Capricorn. But doesn't mean it's a bad thing. But what you're doing here is you are bringing in some sort of epiphany here. Some sort of way of doing things. And you're seeing it differently to the way you've done it before. This is so beautiful. I love this. Look, and then we have the Death card coming through. The card of Scorpio. With the 5 of Wands, you're going backwards and forwards on this, and that is good. This is how you're learning here, because you're going to understand some sort of energy. Oh, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. What can I say? What a beautiful reading. All right, let me just really ground down deep here. Somebody is coming in for you. Now, it doesn't mean that this person is not a good person, but this person is going to be here to teach you about yourself. I feel that this is the gift that Spirit's been talking about for a really long time. This is somebody who's going to show you how to take back your power in a relationship. Maybe you've always been subservient. Maybe you've always been the person to give away your power. Whatever's going on here, this person is going to allow you to see something that you've never seen before. And I feel this is going to help you move forward. Now, I am almost sure here with this Knight of Wands that some of you are dealing with somebody who maybe has had issues or problems in the past, settling down, making commitments, or accepting relationships. Maybe they've always been a runner. Maybe that's the way they are. Some sort of psychological childhood trauma stuff coming through with this card. There is a problem with this person's ego where they've sort of blown it out for some reason. We all know big egos are very often the result of low self-esteem or low confidence. And to me, it looks like this person's ego is blown out. But there's something in this situation here that is going to help you see how you adapt to situations, how you adapt to relationships. And it may be that you start to see that how you give your power away in a relationship. And then you're going to learn how to take your power back and how to be equal to the person you're dealing with. You no longer need to fight for what you want. It will come easily because you will understand how to love in a very unconditional way. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So we have some sort of communication coming in. This person is on, I want to say on the threshold, on the doorstep, ready to go. Communication is close. They're just holding back. I feel like there's this last little bit to go. This person wants to think about the future. They want to see how to build. For some of you, this could be a twin flame. Mainly because we do have this sort of energy of learning lessons. This person is definitely been guided to you without any doubt whatsoever. But I feel like the choice here is that you're making is finally being able to see whether this person is right or not for you. It's about aligning yourself with another soul. For many of you, this is really beautiful because it's part of your destiny. And even if this didn't work out, even if it didn't go in your favor, you're still taking your 10 of Cups away from this situation. That means no matter what happens here, the final stage of healing will be done. And that's what you're meant to be doing. So I feel very strongly that for some of you, you could be dealing with a twin flame, but somebody who's manifesting now. Somebody who may have ran away in the past. Somebody who is scared of commitment, scared of, I don't know, giving away what they had. If this is somebody that you've dealt with before, then they're coming back in to finalize some sort of healing phase here. For others of you, this may be somebody who comes in and feels like a player. And you're going to be able to see that for yourself and not get rolled over into something, realizing that you've given yourself up to something that's not going to stick around. There is some really big lesson you're learning here because this is the end of some sort of karmic cycle. So you're nearly there. I feel like you're going through some sort of final test here to see if you've learned what you needed to learn along the way. But once you've been through this final test, I want to say the world is yours. Beautiful, beautiful reading. Okay, let's pull you an oracle card. Oh, no, we are not going to have two. I only want one. Maybe we should just pick one at random. Let's do that. Right. All right, we're going to take that one. Oh, Her Grace. Oh my goodness, how many times has this come out this week? And this time I took it completely at random. Wow, this is amazing. I feel like this is a really strong message here because it keeps coming out. That blows me away. I'm going to read you the poem. This is about the goddess awakening in your life. It may be that you are starting to understand who you are. You're starting to step into your own body, your own way of being. And when we say physical body, we're not talking like the one that you have here that is part of who you are. We're talking about you living in your body, being true to who you are. This is about connecting you more deeply to spirit. And I feel like it's really important, but I've already read it a few times this week, so I'm only going to focus on the poem today. It says, I was born long before our time, and yet my time with you is something new, for you awaken in me a spirit that was longing for release, waiting for your touch. I thought I was safe to stay inside the boundaries and walls I carried with me. You touched all of me, and we walked together outside the lines. I have a feeling here, especially in that line, to stay inside the boundaries and the walls. This is very much the energy here that's showing. So somehow you felt very safe, perhaps hiding behind something here and not revealing your truth. But I feel like now you're going to understand how to reveal your truth, how to be really true to who you are. No holding back anymore. Have a lovely weekend. Thank you.